The human body is the most perfect mechanism in nature. It is finely honed, harmonious, like an orchestra. But what will happen if one of the orchestra's instruments strays and starts to play out of tune? Sooner or later, everyone will notice a disharmony. Violinists, drummers, flutists will go astray. Cacophony, chaos, and silence. The same happens with the human body. Even the most perfect, it fails and requires tuning as well. Little effort is required to find a source of faults in an orchestra, to tune an instrument and play a melody again. But it is much more difficult with a human organism. Its melody, life, a harmonic interaction of body and soul cannot be stopped and played again. So how to keep a harmony? Who can become a tuner? What will be his instrument? Scientists say that we ourselves are the source, instrument, and master.
There should be a certain harmony in a human. Possibilities of an organism are colossal, and when a human starts to live in harmony, when his thoughts correspond to certain standards, then organism itself can fix many deviations from norm. The main thing is to show a human how it can be done.
No one knows where a soul is, but there are no doubts about its existence. It was known from ancient times that a man is not only a matter, but something more: thoughts, emotions, spirit, physically, an energo-informational field. People may not believe, doubt, and ignore it, but we all use this instrument intuitively. In times of despair, suffering, and fear, we cry for help. We call on God. Russian scientists from the Institute of Practical Psychophysics carried out an experiment. They measured parameters of a torsion field before and after a prayer and got amazing results. The intensity of human stem cells' torsion field was by 2 orders greater.
If a man says the Lord's Prayer heartily, especially it is evident in sick people, change of energy content of these electromagnetic components of a cell has shown that sincere plea increases energy of a torsion field 100 times.
Professor Vladimir Nestorov, president of the International Academy of Nonlinear Diagnostic Systems, believes every sick cell in a human organism calls for help. What is it? A prayer to us? Or just a signal about disorders in an organism's harmonic melody? In any case, an ability to register these signals and understand them opens unlimited possibilities for medicine. Even Hippocrates and Paracelsus thought about it. But theories that gave a practical effort appeared only in the 20th century. Russian scientists have created Metatron, a device that can change essentially traditional concepts about possibilities of diagnostics and treatment of the human organism.
Each organ emits a torsion field. When we analyze it, we can identify health condition of a tissue. Healthy tissues emit one type of torsion fields. Pathological tissues, torsion fields of another type. And by analysis of these typical changes, we can diagnose a large number of various pathological processes. Each cell has its own specific emission spectrum, and even separate elements. Ribosomes, mitochondria, each chromosome have it. After analysis of this spectrum, one can clearly define what tissues are being destructed and at what level this process happens. Metatron is a wave device. It can harmonize space. What does it mean? It sends an impulse that creates a resonance inside us and allows to scan a level of harmonics. Organs and blood cells sound differently. If an imbalance or inconformity to a model are found, we can fine-tune it, apply meta-correction and increase frequency parameters to bring them to etalon, a healthy tissue.
Procedure of researching with Metatron takes from 20 minutes to 1.5 hours. Special trigger sensors are placed on a patient, and through them all information about the organism's condition is gathered. Then it is analyzed and shown on a screen as a three-dimensional image. Deviations from normal conditions are seen on a color-coded Flindler's scale.
Yellow and orange symbols, functional deviations. If we see a crimson triangle directed down, stressed condition. Brown rhombus and black squares evidence more serious pathological changes.
Visualized with highest accuracy computer models of organs may be relieved by a therapist in any perspective, and more importantly at any level, even cellular, subcellular, and biomolecular. Then, step by step, layer by layer, a therapist gets to the source of a pathological process which often may be at a genetic level. Torsion nonlinear systems allows to identify cause and effect relation of a symptom and a nidus of a disease, which not always may be easily found.
Device allows to see viral and fungal infections. Analysis of graphs make possible to judge about acuity of a process. We see whether a process is benign or malignant. Reviewing cells' ultrastructure, we learn what can be done in order to harmonize these structures.
Any specialist who works with Metatron is first of all a professional medic, therapist. Specialized retraining is required for work with the device. Therapists from all across Russia and abroad attend courses in State Medical Academy of Omsk, the alma mater of torsion medicine technology.
Our resonance frequency therapy is an addition to conventional methods of treatment. Metatron generates a specific resonance and improves patient's condition, even when other therapies turn out to be inefficient.
Special attention is paid to studying of a psycho-emotional state of a patient. Metatron registers the main emotions which are always associated with strictly defined pathological processes. The device shows all problems of an organism and may offer the most efficient treatment. It can fix organism's defects. 6-cell is a cell in which emission spectrum is pathologically changed. If we return it to a normal state, it will guarantee that cells' functioning will be normalized and a cell will restore itself. Besides, the device can give recommendations on recovery. It chooses homeopathic preparations and phytopreparations.
Diagnostics allows to select proper food products based on biologic compatibility. We see to what product organism reacts, which food products are good and which must be avoided.
The most interesting aspect for therapists is using of Metatron for detection of pathologies at early stages of their development. It helps to prevent development of diseases in the very beginning.
We are dealing with completely different goals, and we are offering a preventive system. A human must be healthy initially, and these systems allow to prevent and eliminate all preconditions for diseases. Quality of life changes completely. We can simply avoid sickness.
As a device which prognosticates illnesses, Metatron is irreplaceable for sportsmen. Bioresonance method is the only one of all existing that allows to see diseases at the stage of formation. For many years, Alexander Yablunovsky has been in charge for health state of pro cycling team Katusha. He treats sportsmen using, among others, portable screening method.
Everyone thinks that the problem is where it hurts, but actually the reason may be in a completely different place. Device allows to find the prime reason of a muscular imbalance. You can inflate a flat tire again and again, or you can fix the problem by sealing it. The same is with muscles. In cycling, we often face problems with the knee joint. Quite often, cyclists visit all medical specialists who find nothing, because the pain is not in a knee itself, but in surrounding structures. And bi-resonance diagnostics device Metatron allows to see it. The most important thing is why this muscle has become weak.
Developments of Omsk scientists are successfully used in 50 countries of the world, where Netatron is acknowledged and certified. Among them, England, Italy, Romania, Japan, China, South American countries, Southeastern Asia, USA, and Canada are among them. At various conferences and workshops, international specialists discuss how to make non-linear systems even more perfect and more popular. A number of this medical science followers grows every year.
These achievements gave us a possibility to see an organism widely, to evaluate the pathology at a genetic and molecular level. It is very important. We make a diagnosis more accurately and detect a pathology early, when no symptoms are present, at a level of embryo or even a zygote. Metatron is a computerized system that carries out quick diagnostics all by itself, and different from a therapist, a device never gets tired. The main feature of Metatron is that it can quickly and efficiently evaluate all Chinese meridians and acupuncture points. Other devices cannot do it. New diagnostics harmonically united modern Western and traditional Eastern medicine.
Japanese therapists who work with torsion medicine have developed their own method of work with Metatron. They added music to the method. They asked pianist Tomona Miyazaki to select it. She has chosen Bach.
I have chosen 7 compositions. I did it intuitively, just because I thought that these particular melodies can reveal inner world of each patient, help them to open up. First melody is given to a patient when he comes to help him relax and open up. Upon completion of diagnostics, when a therapist already knows what this patient needs, he gives him to listen to a melody of a certain tone.
The concept of torsion diagnostics is familiar to therapists of the land of the rising sun. Japanese specialists use Metatron in their clinics.
At the present day, dozens of Japanese already actively use Metatron in their practices. It gives great results. There are patients who could not walk. But after correction sessions with this system, they started to walk.
The new stage of Metatron's technical possibilities development has begun as a result of cooperation with American colleagues from Stanford University. American physicists created a high-frequency generator of 40 gigahertz, sensitivity of which allows to scan cells at DNA level and fix hereditary chromosomal aberrations.
A very high-frequency device was created, 40 GHz, and now we practically can influence DNA molecules, fix DNA code even before development of inherited pathology, carry out wave correction of genome. To make a person completely healthy is an objective not for 100 years, but for near future, in case if these technologies are actively developed and this prospective trend of medical science is funded.
Nowadays, influencing on human DNA seems to be fantastic. Indeed, if we learn to see a predisposition to pathology and fix it in proper time with non-linear diagnostic systems, we could bring a disease as a fact to its minimum. Life duration and, more importantly, its quality will be increased. And even if the Nobel Prize for Development of these theories is not yet given, scientists, enthusiasts from the Institute of Practical Psychophysics continue to work. They are sure that humans can consciously control each cell of his organism, its material and spiritual energy, just like a talented director controls the most complex orchestra, achieving its passionate and harmonic sound.